What's crazy is Pokemon Generation 10 is gonna come out next year. We have leaks about the game so far, like we kind of already know where it's gonna be taking place, which I'm gonna get to in a little bit here because I'm gonna talk about some of the leaks, what Generation 10 needs to do, what Game Freak more specifically needs to do to make this game amazing. Because Generation 9, even though it was super fun, like, super good game, it was so ambitious, it had so much criticism. And dude, believe it or not, there were issues with the game. I know that may sound crazy. No, but for real though, a lot of people claim they've never had any issues with Scarlet and Violet. So let me know, have you had issues with Scarlet and Violet? Because I did. I had so many bugs and glitches with Scarlet and Violet, even though I really enjoyed the game. I had so many issues with it. But anyways, moving on to some Generation 10 stuff. So Generation 10, based on the leaks right now that we know of, we know that it's going to be taking place in the Cyclades, which is in Greece. It's going to be a Greece-based region. I know, get your water jokes out of the way right now, guys. I think that's hype though. I actually think a Greek region is awesome because, you know, there's so much mythology, cool stories to tell that could be based on Greek in a Pokemon form. You know what I mean? Like, we could have so many different avenues with that idea, which the Cyclades is an archipelago, which if you don't know what an archipelago is, it's just essentially a bunch of islands kind of close to each other. But this game needs to be done right. One other thing that we already do know is that this is going to be a 4-year gap in between brand new generations, which typically in the last couple of gens, we've had a 3-year gap. So this extra 4-year gap is actually pretty big, and they have definitely been developing Generation 10 for a while now. Obviously, video games in general, Pokemon games, they take years and years to make, fully develop, fully produce, which makes sense because it's a whole video game. So I'm hoping that extra year gave them so much more capability. The Switch 2 is also out now. The Switch 2 wasn't out when Scarlet and Violet came out, which Scarlet and Violet, dude, they run so much better on the Switch 2. Like, it makes the game so much more enjoyable. It's insane. But with that being said, I have a feeling Generation 10 is going to be Switch 2 exclusive. I kind of feel like it's not going to be on the Switch 1. It totally still could. We've seen leaks going either way. A lot of the leaks recently were saying that it was supposed to be a Switch 1 and a Switch 2 game, and I'm pretty sure we've had a couple other leaks since then saying it's going to be a Switch 2 exclusive, which, you know, the Switch 1, even though a lot of people probably aren't going to have a Switch 2, the Switch 1 is going to hold back the game. Like, no doubt about it. The graphics, the animation, everything about the game is going to be held back. But now that we have ZA, it's going to be interesting to see how ZA performs on the Switch 1 and the Switch 2. A lot of people are saying that the reason why ZA is even taking place in just Lumio City is simply because it's on the Switch 1 and it's just more of a flat area. So that, like, allows the Switch 1 to be able to actually handle the game better, which I don't know if that's true or not, but it kind of does make sense in a way. But with Legends ZA, we have the new battle style. So one thing that I'm wondering is, what will the Generation 10 battle style be? Is it going to be like Legends ZA where like we're moving around and it's not really like turn-based, but it's more so like you have a cooldown on your moves just like how ZA is? Or is it going to be the traditional turn-based Pokemon style? I think for Generation 10, I kind of would prefer just the turn-based style, even though I do think that the ZA style is going to be awesome. But the only reason why I'm saying that is just because it's, you know, a generation game, like a new generation, whereas a Legends game, you know, the Legends games don't really have like a rule set to follow. Like, they could do whatever they want with the Legends games and experiment. But the thing is, they could also just adapt that into the new generation games. Like Generation 10, totally without a doubt, could have the ZA battle style. Pokemon Generation 10 has a lot to learn from Generation 9 specifically. Also, you could say Generation 8, 7, 6. You could say every single generation. But the thing is, moving forward with Pokemon games, we're changing, bro. The games are changing. Things are looking different. We're finally going into like the open world style. I think they're going to do the open world style better this game though. Scarlet and Violet, they were pretty fun games. Like, it was a big map, but it was kind of like empty, copy and pasted. The graphics obviously didn't look great. Graphics are kind of a touchy thing to talk about because, you know, you don't really necessarily have to have a game with stunning graphics to have it be fun. You know what I'm saying? Like, we could still have a really fun game with bad graphics. Like, Scarlet and Violet were still really fun even though the graphics weren't great. I think Generation 10 needs more dense, more interactive world to play through, more distinct towns, because I don't know about you guys, but I feel like most towns, not all of them, but most towns in Scarlet and Violet aren't really like memorable. Because I was playing the game again a couple of days ago and I was like, you know what? I don't really remember this town all that much. I think we need more landmarks, more side quests to like really explore the map and make it feel rewarding to explore, not just kind of like going across empty. I do think that the lore and the storytelling of Generation 9 was really good, and I think a lot of people preferred that over a lot of the other Pokemon games, which I think we need to keep that up, like have the emotional side of things, that level of character driven storytelling across the whole game, you know, even if it's just with our friends, rivalries, other gym leaders, or random characters, like, you know, it could be anyone, even the villains. We need some meaningful storyline, which Generation 9 did have. And now with Z8, we have the competitive stuff happening, the online competitive battles, which I actually hope that they bring this into Generation 10. I really hope that we get some more online, like, battle ranked game mode stuff with Generation 10. I want more online features with Pokemon games, man. I really think that everyone does too. Obviously, I still want an actual Pokemon MMO game to come out, like an official Game Freak created MMO would be so epic. One day, actually, I don't know if they'd ever do that, but I can dream, right? But yeah, some sort of like online competitive stuff or just more online capabilities would be really awesome. We also have to think about like, what is the battle evolution gimmick going to be? Terrestrialization, it was okay. It's not my favorite. It's definitely very strategic though. You gotta be a strategy maker. Is that even a thing? Strategy maker? You gotta really know how to use strategies to use terrestrialization, which was pretty cool. We're obviously gonna get a new gimmick for the game. Hopefully it's not a broken gimmick and it has to work for competitive battles too. But that's not really like a concern of mine, honestly. I'm just kind of bringing that up. I do think we need more post-game stuff. Post-game content in a lot of Pokemon games are like the best part of the whole game. I swear, so many Pokemon games have some crazy post-games. So I hope Generation 10 is no different. I hope Generation 10 has some sort of awesome, like, in-depth post-game storyline. We definitely need the world to feel more alive too, like more NPCs around the world, like not even more like towns, which I do think we need like more bigger, vast, grand towns, but I just mean like random areas to interact with, like random people, more world building, mini games, a real reason to revisit different towns, different areas, secret caves, secret tunnels, whatever the heck it may be. Generation 9 definitely was stepping out of the box. Like Game Freak, they were going outside of their traditional games for Generation 9, which was awesome. I think Gen 9 were super fun games, and I'm stoked for the future of Pokemon, guys. I am serious. I really do think that the future Pokemon games are going to be really good. Like, I think we're going in a really good direction. I think Game Freak are locking in. I do think that they're focusing on making really good games. Legends ZA looks so freaking fun. I cannot wait. I think Generation 10 just needs to overall do what Generation 9 kind of did, because that's obviously where they're going. Like, they're going to go in that direction with the open world stuff, you know, go wherever you want. So, with that being said, I think they need to do what Gen 9 did, but just make it better. Like, just enhance everything with Generation 9. And I think it could be awesome. Let me know what you guys think. If you are real and watching this far in the video, comment down below yellow, just the word yellow to confuse the people that aren't watching this far in the video. Make sure to subscribe to the channel and join our Discord server for the giveaway of the $25 eShop gift cards. You can easily figure it out in the Discord server. The link is in the description down below. But anyways, hope you guys have a fantastic day. See you in the next one. Peace.